All right, it's finally happening. Geshulin is back, and the hype couldn't be more real. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Your Daily Guides, the series where I dive into in-depth guides and walkthroughs of games like Honkai Star Rail, Zenless, and Wuthering Waves. After vanishing from the story for what felt like forever, the man, the myth, the absolute legend himself has made his return to Wuthering Waves, and this comeback has opened the floodgates of speculation. We're talking lore revelations, gameplay teases, and the strongest hints yet that Geshulin might finally be joining the roster as a playable 5-star unit. So today, we're breaking down everything. His story resurgence, what his element and weapon are shaping up to be, early kit concepts, and when we might actually see him hit the banners. Trust me, this is the kind of comeback that changes everything. Quick disclaimer before we dive in, everything I'm about to talk about comes from multiple sources, so don't take any of this as official until we get confirmation from an actual Wuthering Waves livestream or announcement. But with that said, let's get right into it. Now, if you've been following Wuthering Waves since day one, you'll remember Geshulin's mysterious debut back in Jiyan's 1.0 story arc and how he just disappeared afterward. No references, no cameos, nothing. It was like he'd been erased from existence. But fast forward to version 2.7, and the new A Stranger in a Strange Land Afterstory finally pulls him out of the shadows. Not with a mere mention, but in full cinematic glory. We get to see Geshulin again standing toe-to-toe with Chuyuan in a beautifully animated flashback fight that's packed with emotional weight and slick choreography. That single scene confirmed one thing loud and clear. The devs didn't forget him. In fact, they've been saving him for something big. This is classic narrative buildup, a quiet reintroduction timed perfectly before a major story phase. When a long-absent character suddenly reappears in the main quest line after years of silence, you know what that means. They're setting up for a playable release. And if we follow the current patch cycle, the most realistic window for Geshulin's debut would be right after version 3.1. His name's finally back in active story dialogue, which almost always signals a wrap-up to promotion banners. It's not a matter of if anymore. It's when. But let's get into the juicy part, Geshulin's potential kit and gameplay design. Right now, all the leaks and internal notes point toward him being a Havoc Broadblade user built as a pure main DPS monster. Think high-risk, high-reward gameplay, heavy burst windows, HP-draining mechanics, and brutal AoE attacks that punish enemies and reward precision. Some early reports suggest he might trade chunks of his own health for insane damage output, similar to how Donjin operates, but with more sustain tools baked in to keep that style viable. Expect devastating charged slashes, possible chain explosions, and corrosion-infused hits that tear through defenses. And if the 2.8 Havoc Bane revamp really does introduce defense shredding, then Geshulin could become the perfect poster child for that system, a full Havoc powerhouse designed to anchor teams built around risk-based DPS rotation. Right now, the Havoc element still lacks that definitive carry unit, and Geshulin fits that role almost too perfectly. Between his dark, lore-heavy presence and this rumored brutal playstyle, he's shaping up to be one of the most anticipated releases the game has ever teased. His story comeback isn't just nostalgia, it's a declaration. Geshulin is back, and he's bringing chaos with him. So, what do you guys think? Are you hyped for Geshulin's eventual release? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments, and if this video helped you out, a like and subscribe would be amazing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.